Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Now I know this series has been going on a while. We're on our 10th episode of this Pontiac 400 build for our buddy Ruben. Now thank you for being so patient with us. This video is going to be a video where we finally get the block painted. Now we do the primer coat and then we do the GM corporate blue, as I will say many times in the video. And frankly, we love the way it turned out. I'm a big fan of the color. I hadn't seen the color nor recognized what the color was before applying it. But after seeing it, I was thinking to myself, you know, I would not be opposed to having one of my own vehicles in that GM corporate blue. So today we're just doing a few of the tidy ups, you know, where we get some of the parts in and then we get it painted and assemble some of the things afterwards. I believe after this video, if not maybe one more, I think I'll probably make this next video after this one the finale. Either a part 1 or a part 2. I'm not so sure yet, so stay tuned. Turn on that notification bell. That way you'll be able to get the latest alerts on all the upcoming videos as they come out. So without further ado, thank you for watching and let's get to it. Yeah, well, I think we're ready to put the oil pan on. So everything else is tightened down as it should be. So when we go to flip the motor over 180, everything's not just going to come crashing out of it because it's not tightened down. So let's get this baby flipped. And then that falls off of it. Some ooey gooey goodness. Still all that oil coating it on there. This has no chance of rusting as long as all that stays on there.
Shit. Well, it ain't all rusted up like it was.
No, not even close. Though it's far from a brand new build, it has really come a long way. And it looks so much better than it did. It's coming along real nicely, Ruben. I think you're going to be happy with this, bud. So Pop just noticed a little bit of the excess of the RTV when we did the timing cover, matched it up against the block. And now the design of the oil pan means that it is going to hit all along the bottom of the block and ride up onto the bottom of the timing cover as well. So we cannot afford to be having some sort of obstruction, creating a gap where oil can just come spewing out of there. So we have to make sure that it's flush, or I mean not necessarily flush, but
no ridge.
No ridge, yeah, no nothing coming up through there to create a gap for oil to leak through.
There we go. There we go.
It came off real clean. What about this one though? There's still just a smidge left on here. So maybe if you cut that from the top.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to follow the angle. If you follow the angle, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now here's the task. Because we still have so much oil left on here, the surface is gonna get that all cleaned off. We gotta clean the oil pan off too from any residue, debris, or anything that might be caught in there as well. Okay, all 17 pan bolts buffed and ready for assembly. Behold! Well, that'll do, I think, right?
Yeah, that'll probably.
Better than nothing. Would you put on that a little paint thinner as well, or?
Yeah.
Do you think that 91% alcohol will help clean it off a little?
No, I wasn't doing too much. Paint thinner was better, working better.
Okay. I love the spikes. That's a nice gothic look, you know, right there. That's you know, a dog's collar. It's got the spikes coming out.
That one there.
There goes the timing cover. And of course,
This dude.
the other side. Now there's no need to put any of that RTV all up in here, yeah?
You shouldn't have to.
Right.
Now we hope for the best. And say in the name of the Lord.
In the name of the Lord.
See, it'll start lining up.
I see, okay, and then these come last here. All right, I didn't know that. Look at this. This old school speed wrench right here.
Now, let me plunk it back down.
Yeah, it needs to come down just a smidge, back down the other way. Well, that cranked it back.
Did it?
Yeah, it went back that way when you did that.
Okay, so
Where are you?
we'll do the other side first. Did I put it back?
Yeah. Watch it. Is this one off now? Or no? There's just some of the... Is it good? That one needs to... Success! You know, with this this seal right here sticking up like that, we call this the Bulldog motor.
Surprised you're not saying the Godzilla motor.
Godzilla motor? No, I mean, I can't take Godzilla away from, you know, the GTR. That's already got the Godzilla moniker on it. Which is funny because the 7.3 the 7.3 liter from Ford also gets the Godzilla moniker.
A little bit of debris in the corner there.
Yeah. Cool. And we just put this on right here. Just went back to the shop and get the drain plug real quick. Installer. Should we tighten it now? We're not gonna have to take it off again because we're gonna have to put oil in it. So
Is the gasket on this good?
I don't know. I mean,
probably needs a new one.
Do, 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 do. Plop. We gotta wheel this baby out for some primer. Heave ho. Yeah, I think as long as we're not getting this this rain to come down, the overcast should do nicely. So what color primer? Just your typical gray?
This gray.
Okay.
See?
Now we're doing it just out of a can, so I mean the overspray isn't going to be as bad as with your professional gun, correct?
Right.
Be a lot more manageable, controllable. My vehicle's right there. It's right over here, but with the can, I mean it'll be.
Well, as warm as it is, before it hits your car, it'll be dry.
Yeah. Well, how's it looking?
Good. Don't see no fish eyeing on it, so must be nice and degreased.
Okay, and fisheye, what is that? Just the way that it looks? Sort of similar to an orange peel, or what would we look at?
Like a fish eye.
Like a fisheye. All right, what's that?
We need to spin it over.
Okie doke. Now she's the right way up. Now if you spray those caps and those rocker arms and springs, don't worry, you just added tensile strength to it. You know, me being part of the young crowd now, I wouldn't be too opposed to just leaving this engine that primer gray. That's the thing now, right? Either patina, your patina side, old school side, do it very well, or you go in between and just leave it that cement gray from Toyota, or that primer, or just flat. Although I do recall that cement gray is a gloss, so it's kind of like this, but with the gloss over it. And boy, does it look good. I love it, nice and simple. I'm a fan of this kind of gray, just a flat gray. I'm actually a big fan of OD green, just some drab olive army looking green, just flat stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Speaking of which, how cool would it be to have that as like an OD green, right? Like a real olive drab green on the block and on the heads and everything.
Well, if it was doing something appropriate, yeah, maybe.
Say hi to Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
But I don't think a Bandit Trans Am would be.
No. I'm just saying, seeing a motor, you know, seeing some sort of motor. Obviously, it would need to go into the appropriate vehicle. I mean, you're not just going to do this and stick it in my Tacoma, right? Or even my own engine and put it like that, unless you had coordinating colors to match. But what I'm saying is how cool would it be to get one of these one of these engines, something, a V8 for sure, and put it in an OD green.
Probably be kind of cool.
I think it would be awesome. I mean, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is the Jeep, right? Because you have that camo on it, and OD is just, the OD green is just synonymous with military. So it only makes sense to have something that comes from that area, an old Jeep like that, with the OD green block. Ooh, time for color. A little bit of blue going on this baby. What's the blue we're looking at? I think it was GM corporate blue, huh?
Yep.
That is a nice blue. I am a fan of that blue, I must say so. This still your first can?
Yeah.
Are you gonna use the whole second can for another coat, or?
No, it's not going to take both cans.
Okay. Nice. Man, I just love the way paint looks when it gets applied there on whatever thing you got going on. Although there's overhauling and everything, when you just see that spray come over, I love the way it looks getting put on.
Almost out of this one.
Turned out pretty good, huh? Now we got these newfangled intake gaskets. Looking good, even down to the paint, not covering where our gasket would go. We did our little cut and peel earlier with the tape.
Hopefully we're good on there. But looks like.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, looks good. I think it looks great here. Bolts right up to that deal right there. So we got this to go in. Up. Get an idea what she gonna look like.
Little one.
Yep. It's the one side.
Yeah.
Bow cover. Woo! Are you gonna do that blue as well
Yeah.
to match with the?
Yep. We've been painted blue too.
Okay. Nice and tight. Gotta find the what?
The goop.
Which goop we talking about?
The sealant.
Got it?
Goop. Goop. Goop.
Wow, we used a lot more of that than I thought we did.
Yeah. Luckily, we only need a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, that was a brand new tube when we had it, yeah?
Yep. Brand spanky. And this is it here.
What goes there? Thermostat or what's there?
Yeah, thermostat and water neck that we still have yet to get.
Well,
Okay. It just needs washed and it'll be painted. That's cool. Put some cool grade 8s in there so it looks nice.
some of those ones you just got?
Yeah.
What size were they, you say? Well, they were 7/16 bolts or what?
No, these are 3/8.
3/8 bolts? We only needed the 3. So you want to go see if we got some?
Yeah, we'll check here in a bit. Want to get that other thing painted. We need to find the bolts, unless we put gold bolts in the motor mounts. Have the black and gold going on.
Yeah, well, you know how we like the black and gold around here. Absolutely. As you could probably tell.
Think that's good black, or should it have been?
No, black is good. Yeah, better to be painted and better to be black. That's for the distributor, right?
Yeah, distributor hold down.
Yeah.
Alright,
Let's do the other side. One side's done. We're gonna do the other side.
Flash coat.
Flash.
Light coat. Okay,
That's all she wrote.
good to go on our washered Allen head stainless high performance bolts.
I think that's good enough.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna fit.
I don't think there's any reason to get a little Allen and drive it through. I think we got about the gist of it. The washer, I don't know if you guys recall. I may or may not have shown it. I'm really not sure, but we got this washer, thick washer at that, and ground down and an edge on there, as you
Ground
can see.
flat.
Yeah, nice edge because it goes here.
There
Don't know
is-
what happened to the original one, but
It wasn't there, and a replacement washer alone for that one that fits this is like $20, and that's not in the budget.
highway robbery.
So I like to use a little bit of goop around the water ports here. Make sure they seal. Okay. Let's put just a dab of goop on this, just to hold it in place. Just to hold it there.
Is gonna go right there.
Ooh, get her. You lining up good?
I think so.
Yeah, so. Okay. So, let's get all the bolts started. Loosen these up a little bit, maybe it'll help. So we have steel going into aluminum. Anytime you want to do that, you want to put anti-seize on it. And why, you say?
Yes, why?
Because it's called dissimilar metal corrosion.
And what is dissimilar metal corrosion?
It's when you mix two metals together and you get water in there and they want to react. Just in barely. And you want to tighten up this front one to pull it forward to match up with that gasket there. The rubber that's in there.
Right? Now that front one's on,
Start in the middle.
start in the middle, work our way out, and we can torque all these down. As you can see, they have a little bit of a gap. They weren't tightened down all the way, but just enough to know our threads are in there all the way. We're not going to be causing any cross threading going all the way down, especially with these middle ones, because these middle ones, these middle ones were
A pain in the Arsenio Hall.
pain in the Arsenio Hall. Yes, that's a good way to put it. Better than what I was gonna say. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
If these are not too long. Oh no, I think that's good. By the time a gasket goes on there and that squishes down, that'll be prettimus.
The lock washer necessary? I mean, it doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah, I mean we might even just do a flat on there if we can find a real small flat, or maybe even nothing.
We'll see.
So let's get this cleaned up and get it painted. Get it looking good. Get ready to bolt on.
GM Corporation coming up.
And as you can see, we still have our bypass blocked off so that it will not bypass anymore.
Looky there, she's looking all clean. How to get that back on. So we make a little bit of room getting these bolts in. We need to take that block off plate off. Man, what the heck is that?
Oh, there's a bug that dropped in there or something.
Huh.
Little shot of primer.
Cavalry blue?
The cavalry. Fix it, keep it, store it somewhere.
keep them busy. Jacuzzi in the back. Flash coat.
That little bitty light spot right there.
Yeah, wee quick little touch up. I mean, it really wasn't much, and it's extremely hard to catch. There we go. Woo! Oh. I can't believe this bike is already 15 years old. I want to go riding so bad. Oh man. Yeah, she sounds healthy. You know, it looks like you were leaning pretty good there when you went out, huh?
A little bit.
Yep. Man, we need to go riding. Take the off-road mobiles and go out, go have some fun.
Yeah, I want to get out and do some trails with the quads.
Ah, man.
Go through the, go ride through some water.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, it's hot right now.
To ride up through the wash though when it's running.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nothing like it.
oh that's so cool. The water is so cold. And
Yeah. Oh. Got a little sirens going here.
bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So check this out, Ruben. We did a little swap for you, buddy. As before, I'm sure you probably would have already noticed, we had some of the Allen screws, bolts,
Stainless.
whatever you want to call them. Stainless ones. They look real pretty going into the intake here. Well, me and Pop, just by complete surprise, happened upon these different ones. And so we decided to swap you out. See, 12 point gold to match with a lot of the gold. This is like a shinier, what is that, an anodized gold? What is that? Because it's not the same kind of gold that is.
Yeah, kind of gold.
Yeah.
Gold finish.
Yeah, real nice. Like, I think they look really good. I mean, to also go along with some of the other gold hardware we have on here. Looks good. Little touch up. A little bit of touch up area. No biggie. So I got to miss out on Pop painting this part. However, I got it here to show you. Harmonic balancer is complete. Woo. Oh yeah, it is pretty warm, huh?
Yeah.
Is it okay to touch?
Yeah. I mean, it's hot though.
So if you see here, all along here. That's all part of the tape. Don't worry about all that. And here, we're looking good.
Right here, we're gonna get the pulleys cleaned up. Just gonna use a little Scotch-Brite with some soap. Get them ready to spray. Get them sprayed, and we're winding down to the last of what needs to be done.
Yeah. And then we'll be coming for you, Ruben.
This and the other header needs a little bit, and then we're gonna be spraying those, and this done deal.
So we're not looking to take off necessarily all the paint. I mean,
No.
we want to get it scuffed up and the surface obviously clean because there's a lot of crap. So this pulley and those.
These three.
Okay. So this one goes on the harmonic balancer.
And that one.
And then this one goes on where?
Harmonic balancer.
Oh, this is harmonic as well. Okay.
Those sandwiched together. Just like that.
Okay. Just like that there. And this one's water pump.
Water pump.
It's got that 4 holes right there along with the hub there in the middle. Yeah. I hold the phone. What'd you say? We got these motor mounts put on?
Yeah, let's throw the motor mounts on real quick.
Okay.
We got us some grade 8 gold hardware again with this.
Yes, go with our theme.
Going with the gold and black on here. With
Gold, black, and blue. Man, it looks good. I love it.
We're gonna, this is all going on a black and gold Trans Am, so.
I truly do believe you have the gold with the black. That's really all you need. I mean, it's made evident by the fact that the Trans Am looks so good. But if you add any color, you could add any color. Yellow, blue, red. I think it goes with most of those other ones, even just a gray. Black and gold just look killer with a lot of other colors added to it. Even a purple. I mean, that would probably be something pretty cool. That'd be Mopar, right?
Yeah, probably.
A purple. I always associate Mopar with the purple. Okay.
All right, tighten those up.
Yep.
Good deal.
The torque spec on these right here is good and tight.
Oink.
Oink.
We got a lock washer on there too, so.
Yep. Oink. Oink. Oink.
Oink. All right. Something I just noticed here that I did know about, but looking at the dipstick tube reminded me we've got now we're being told it's going to be AC delete car. And you say, what does that have to do with the oil dipstick? Well, it's got an extension tube on it when you run AC. And when you don't run AC, it gets a different, shorter dipstick. So now we have the wrong dipstick. So need to figure something else out there.
So what are your ideas to remedy this situation? You just got to get a shorter dipstick now, right? So, or a smaller one. I mean, it's not going to be the long one we had that we got painted yellow. I might have shown it in the previous videos before, or maybe not. But we had one ready to go, but that was if it was going to have AC. This one's not going to have AC.
Well, he's
So-
opted not to go with AC right now, so he did a AC delete block off plate on the firewall, and none of the AC is going into it now. So now that changes things. And he saw the Corvette. He was asking about the Corvette.
Man, she looked good, Pop.
Yeah, I gotta get the hold down, repaint it, get it put on there.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Look at that.
Is that vacuum advanced
That actually
there?
moves now.
Yeah, I remember that was seized up.
All seized.
That was completely seized up there.
It was.
Yep. Now we're gonna be able to, yep, adjust our stuff, adjust our timing, whenever we need to do that. The line, our line has been freshly painted.
Highlighted it.
Yep. A little bit of Martha Stewart down the middle of there. She's looking and coming along nicely. A little bit of clean up on the pulleys. We need a good pulley game. Oh, that one's looking a lot better now. A little Scotch Brightedness with some simple green and water do you a lot of good. Now, on to the next one. And there you go. All three. Much better.
Clutch fork.
Clutch fork right here. Although, we got a little kalimba going. All right, I'll play a tune here. You ready? Dun, 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 dun. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any side. Catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Pop got a little bit of this put on here too. This needed a little tweaking so it could go onto the valve cover, but I think it came out, well, about as good as it's gonna look, honestly, you know. Also got a little bit of fan action going on in here. It's not moving any cool air. It's kind of like a blow dryer, but any little bit helps, right? Deliver the goods. We got flywheel, and here is our clutch disc here. Yeah. Yep, looks good.
Getting a freshly turned
Flywheel. Yep.
Courtesy of Peepaw's Garage, because yours no longer, the one that was on here, Ruben, did not fit the new crank.
Oh, yeah, jole.
Like I say, if what I think is happening, it's got front drum brakes, we're gonna have to convert it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Because
That'll be a challenge.
we gotta be able to make it stop on a dime.
Right. All right, so where are we gonna put these? We just gotta run some of these back here, make some room out in the garage. And get only the things that we need out in the garage for assembly, or that we're gonna take with us to do Ruben's motor, to get it put in the Trans Am and get everything organized. And we'll bring this up here, because that's the face plate right there for the you know, bell housing, transmission all goes back underneath over there. That's where that goes, right? And I believe that I think that's for the starter right there, if I recall correctly. Ooh, did you put something on?
Yeah, distributor hold down clamp. Got it
Okay.
painted up, and went ahead. We got an extra one of those 12-point gold.
Yeah, we had a bunch extra after
Bolts.
we put the intake on here. We swapped out all the Allen heads for the 12-point heads with the gold.
So there we go, some more black and gold. Trans Am, baby!
Cha-ching! So while I was working on those pulleys earlier, Pop took it upon himself to clean all this off. Look at how much room there is just to put the parts we need for the motor up onto the chest toolbox bench, whatever. What we originally had intended in the first place. Until it just gets completely flogged with extra everything else.
Got a few more things to clean up, but way better.
Yes, much better. A lot more workable space. Bell housing. Our paints are in that pot right there. You know, there's no fried duck or nothing like that in there. Fuel pump we just brought up from the back. Pulleys. Flywheels. Plate, disc. Got a starter, etc., etc. So, yes.
See how I did the bottom? It was really pitted.
Wow.
And
I mean, yeah, I could tell. Yeah, you.
So I put a piece of sandpaper on a flat piece of steel and sanded the heck out of it.
Okay.
And now it's pretty darn good.
You mean, we need just a little bit more?
No, just what little bit is there will get filled in by the little bit of goop in the gasket.
Okay, cool.
Good to go.
Yeah. Just a light scuff. Don't want to take all that stuff off. What kind of primer did you use? It's sort of like a green color, right?
Yeah, it's a self-etching.
Cool. And why would we want to use a self-etching over just your standard gray primer?
Because going over aluminum, you usually gotta use either a self-etching or an epoxy or like a zinc chromate.
Ah,
You get better adhesion.
you heard it. Had to grab some hardware from the good old ACE.
What if we should throw some Loctite on those?
Absolutely. At least on the studded end. I mean, I don't think we're going to need any for the side the fan goes on, but absolutely the other way, yeah.
Let's see, that's gonna have the pulley and then the fan. And then the fan, so
Oof.
definitely don't want them all the way in.
No.
Probably about there.
It'll grind it down a little bit, or no?
You mean take some off the...
Yeah, off
Cut 'em
the
a little?
edge. Yeah, so you can thread them in all the way. I mean, because obviously thread it in all the way, it'll seize up the pump.
Yeah, I need to get a measurement actually on how thick the whatchamacallit is.
The fan and everything?
The fan clutch.
Yeah.
All right, let's put. Oh, we gotta. Forgot. We've got to open up the centers on these. Oh, just a hair, remember?
Yeah.
Because these are 1/4 inch, and we wanted the smaller diameter.
Yeah, we 1/4 inch to a little bit 5/16, yeah.
So.
Okay. Drill bit.
No, drill bit ain't gonna do it.
No.
It's got to be done slowly. It's got to basically grind it out, or else we'd have to hold it too tight, and we'd end up marring the outside of that in order to hold it. Because if the bit catches, it's just gonna spin it.
Yeah, it's gonna spin in,
So
yank it right out.
We gotta do it with something else.
Okay.
Let me see.
What you thinking?
Carbide burr is what I'm thinking.
Carbide.
Double cut carbide burr.
Yeah, that's not gonna grab at all, is it?
No, it should be pretty smooth.
Right. Cool.
Drill.
So should we use electric or?
Yeah, let's get the coordinates.
Okay. Demo. You just do both sides, right? Now, how long do you think it's gonna take for that thing to heat up?
Probably pretty quick.
Yeah, I imagine, huh?
A little bit more.
A little more. So the first step is obviously too small, fits right through. But the second step, what size is that? Usually it's labeled.
Yeah, 5/16, which is
What we need.
exactly what that is.
but we don't need it quite at 5/16, right? I mean, we can finish threading it on.
Right, yeah. We want it to be as tight as possible.
Right.
Okay. That's real close.
So while Pop's going to be grabbing a reamer real quick, I'm going to see what I can do with these right here real quick. Maybe make a little bit of progress while we're waiting for him to grab what he needs. They didn't have what we needed exactly over at Ace. It went straight from, you know, the 1/4 inch, which was a good size, diameter wise, holy cow, to 5/16, which the diameter of the washer, that was a 5/16, which is the hole that we need, was just too big. It wasn't going to work for what we had, so we have to do this here. This is the reamer right here. That's what I'm talking about, boy. We're coming to you live from Peepaw's garage, literally in the garage, for there's a storm a-brewing outside. We had to run back to Ace to get the correct bolts because the old ones were too long. And now we have some 1/2 inch going from 3/4 to 1/2 inch length bolts. Reusing the washers we just had earlier, and we're hoping that this does the trick. How'd that other one feel you just put on? Yeah, good? Okay, I mean, it doesn't need much. This is a cork gasket, so it doesn't require much to tighten this down. You don't want to tighten it too much, start pushing things out. That's what this design here, I imagine. This lip helps keep that gasket, maybe from poking out too much and keeping it in line. So, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good, huh?
Yep, just right.
Okay. And of course, sticking with the theme, we kept them gold. So we're not going to tighten these down too much or anything, just getting them on.
Snug them.
Yeah, because they're going to have to come off again to adjust the valves upon installing the motor here.
Well, once it's running.
Yeah. There is adjustment and everything on those.
Yep.
And how do you adjust them? What do you use?
Adjust it when it's running using 11/16 socket. Simple dimple.
Simple dimple even. Valve cover number 2. Time for the gasket. Ha! Mon ami! Oui, oui.
Okay.
Here's your other one. Oh, and acting funny. Good to go. Thermostat. Nya, nya.
Oh, it's adhesive.
Nice.
Huh.
Look at that. So maybe not yet, huh?
Well, let's make sure we have our bolts ready for there.
Right, and the water neck is...
That should be the 3/4.
Right.
So
Do you have a hall pass?
Don't be filming me.
And when you do this, do you purposefully put a little bit over the thermostat itself also?
That's gonna squish into there anyways.
Yeah. I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good right there.
That's oinked now. Yeah, that feels good.
Excellent. Yes, crisis averted. Oh man, I was getting a little nervous there for a second.
Yeah, I did not want to have to helicoil that. Okay.
Cool. Let the install of the Firebird, or sorry, not Firebird. I guess it's technically Trans Am. I don't know. I guess they would use the same motor, right? 400.
Yeah,
Firebird Trans Am use the same motor. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. The Pontiac 400 block. We're gonna put the fuel pump on. But because we weren't sure if this fuel pump was good or not, we were going to attach our gasket to the timing cover and make sure that it's sealed up against there. But we are not going to seal the fuel pump itself to the gasket and have it all as one piece. So once we get to Ruben's house here this next weekend and we find out if that fuel pump is working or not, we're not sure if the diaphragm inside is compromised or if it's going to bust and choke itself out right away. If it turns out that it works okay, we'll probably reseal it there. We're going to be taking a few tools and things along the way just to make sure. We know Ruben has his own shop, but just in case, I'm sure it couldn't hurt. Maybe bring along a few backup items.
Cheap, cheap.
Yeah.
See how this fits. Should fit right there. Go straight into the carb. Okay. Back.
So I go on the balancer.
Yep.
Okay, so got to paint that. Check the starter. Paint that as well if it's good.
Get it painted if the check's good.
Okay.
Find the pressure plate bolts. Get them all screwed into here. That way we know we've got what we need.
Yep.
Got to do checks and double checks. Make sure everything goes where it's supposed to go.
We don't forget anything either.
No, that would not be good at all.
No. Would it probably help to make a list of what we have and what we need, or what we need to take to make sure we check everything off the day we leave?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go meticulously through everything, so... Alright, we got to get this done here, too. I was working on it last night with this little dude.
The one for a Dremel? Look at that little thing. How cute. Look at there. the dipstick flash coat. If you couldn't tell by the color of the spray coming out of it, what color we're gonna put it. Just take a
Amarillo by morning. Light coat. Okay, first heavy coat.
How many heavy coats we looking for?
Well, I should say 2 full coats.
Okay, so that's the first full coat.
First full coat. We might do probably do 2, maybe 3.
Okay. I think 2 will be okay.
Yeah, I think by the next one it's gonna be
Runny.
it'll be layered on there.
Yeah.
It's not gonna run. It's too warm to run.
It would dry out before then, huh?
It's too warm to run. Runs when it's cold,
Yeah, well,
or unless you just.
I was gonna say, if you just stood there.
Yeah, if you stood there and painted, you know, with a spray can like you're in 2nd grade, maybe. But
Right. Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, I bet I could get it to run. All right, that wraps up part 10 of the Pontiac 400 budget build for our buddy Ruben. Thank you guys for watching, sticking all the way to the end. It means a lot to us. Now, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, like the video, comment down below, let us know what you think. Any future videos or any future content that you may want to see, subscribe to our channel. And never forget, there is no substitute for good old-fashioned know-how. See you later.